Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing something that I've never done before. Now, as you guys know, I have quickly become known as the YouTube review guy in terms of model train stuff, and there's lots of other great channels out there that cover a lot of great things. But I started the channel filling in a huge hole in the hobby of product reviews, and to my knowledge I was the first one that did product reviews on model trains that I can find to this day. But the idea was to fill the holes on YouTube and reviews so people could see what they're buying. And I've been getting, can't talk, I've been getting an unusual amount of requests for O-scale stuff. And I'm like, no. There's an O-scale guy, and he's really good, and he's got really great stuff going on. But when I started looking closer at what it wasn't locomotives or rolling stock. It was different things like structures and sets. So I've decided to appease the people that have been asking, and I will dip in to O-scale. But there's a couple ground rules. One, it's only going to be seasonal in the months leading up to Christmas. And two, it's going to be constrained to sets, and it's going to be constrained to structures, and it will not be often at all. So it may pick up pace in the winter season towards Christmas because O-scale is big in Christmas, but it will never be a majority on this channel, and it will pale in comparison to the actual video output. I'm looking at less than 5% of all videos, possibly less than 3% of all videos. So anyway, that's about it on O-scale. But I do want to meet the requests. I do want to show the products off that are being requested, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, starting with the very first O-scale structure review. This is a Woodland Scenics theater, and it comes with the built and ready lighting, and it is MSRP of $169 through Woodland Scenics website, or you can find discounts off of this at dealers, both online and retail stores. Sometimes off of that $169 price. So we'll open this and see what you get for the price, starting right now. Once you take the plastic lid off, you have the actual structure, a little sheet inside, and you can place it right there so we can take a closer look. So starting from the front, you've got Gone with the Wind featured in this theater playing. You've got window detail with curtains. You have a ticket booth with a little area where the guy can talk through. You have Attack of the 50-Foot Woman coming soon, and you have Gone with the Wind as the movie poster on this side. So door entryways into there, some nice tile work and woodwork on this. You've got the marquee up top here with theater with the big A, and some support wires or cables for that marquee. Looking at the side, you start seeing a lot more detail here in terms of the plaster wearing away and the brick showing through. You've got a very old, looks like a bread commercial there that they've placed on the poster, large poster for a commercial for bread. You've got the water system, water meter, and some of the pipe work for the water system there. On the back, you have the gutter system. You have a overhang for some rear doors. This would be a quick exit from the theater if there's a fire. I think it's a fire code thing. And you have some connections so that you can hook up power lines A little vent here for the attic. Cracked plaster here with more exposed brick. Another advertisement that was printed on the building for Fulton Electric Company, it looks like. And you have roof detail as well, which I will tip around here. So you can see the roof detail, the weathering, and vents, etc. And brick on the other side of the actual roof area there. So really nicely detailed. Now we're back to the front. Now take a peek inside. You've got a lighting circuit board with 4 different areas that lighting is going to, and then you have your hookup for your actual power source for the lights. Now, setting this back down a minute, we'll take a look at the sheet. And if you want to pause your screen, you can read that. I'll go over it real quickly. It says the option uses a maximum current of 100 milliamps. So connect wire leads on lead-in cable to accessory terminals of 16 to 20 volt train power pack. Extended length of lead cable. You can use extension cables, just plug system. You can also hook this up to the just plug lighting system as well. You guys didn't think I was going to leave you hanging without actually hooking this up to power and checking to see how things were you? Well, I would never let you guys down that way, so I hooked it up to power. I do have the just plug lighting system. I would love to show you that, but the way everything's hooked up, I don't have the extensions necessary to show you how easy it is, but it is just as simple as basically plugging into the just plug lighting system. So I'm going to kill lights completely so you can just see the lit marquee. Very, very nicely done. It's not bluish like some of the LEDs out there. It's nice and white. And then the indoor lighting in the ticket booth showed something I didn't really notice before. I don't know how, but there's actually interior details, including you can literally see all the way back to if you were to walk in the theater in there. You can see the carpet, you can see a popcorn stand, you can see the lobby shop, and you can even read what's on the actual, what's in the shop and the prices, which is insane. I just can't read them from this distance. I tried. So anyway, we'll zoom in here a little bit. You've also got the coming soon and the movie posters to the left and the right that we talked about already lit as well. So, all right, I've got to do this. I've got to actually make sure that this is legible. So I'm going to try to read the lobby shop here. It's like peppers at 15 cents. Soda, yep, it's legible. So anyway, I may not pass a eyesight test, but I can read that fairly well. So that's pretty cool. Nice detail on that. You know, one thing that's a little bit of an optical illusion is these panels here. Those aren't little lit dots. I think that's that is the light reflecting off the paneling and the little raised areas around. So those aren't lit squares, so I don't want you to think that. But overall, very, very cool details from Woodland Scenics here. So lights back on very quickly. When I showed you the inside, there was 4 different leads. I'll explain where those LEDs were. One is in the marquee, one is in the ticket booth, and then there are 2 in the lobby. So, and you can see that this little area here, you can see the carpet, you can drop out, but that is the interior printed detail. I'm going to take this off the tripod now. As you can see back in the corner there, a little gray area right there, that's the corner of the movie screen. So you can see very, very far back, and it's a really nice realistic look. We'll peek over here in the corner. You can see the doorway and the popcorn, and if we go this way you can even see that lobby shop menu I was talking about. Well, that made history as the very first O-scale review I've ever done in my 7 years on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I think they did a really good job on this. I really like the lighting features, and the interior detail brings a whole nother level of depth and realism to it. And everywhere you look on this structure, there's actual realism. You look for areas where they could have cut corners and they just didn't. So nice structure there. Let me know by sending me a message if there's anything you see in structures or O-scale sets that you'd like to see reviewed, as I see that as a large, missing area of YouTube. I'll continue to do that occasionally. So I don't want anybody to freak out in the HO crowd. I'm primarily still HO, and the N-scale crowd I've gotten over by doing a couple N-scale reviews. N-scale is probably a great way to explain how the pace of O-scale will be done, because it's very, very rarely done, but will be done on occasion. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.